Hello and welcome to the latest Lukozer retro game review video. And for this one it is Yie Ar Kung-Fu 2, the Emperor of Yie, to give it the full title. Now I did the review of the first Yie Ar Kung-Fu game not that long ago. And while I did absolutely slate it, and deservedly so, it does have one very major redeeming quality, which is, it is not this. Yie Ar Kung-Fu 2, I'm pretty sure, had the synopsis of let's design the most irritating, annoying and unbearably shit game we could conceive, and they succeeded. What you are hearing is what most people consider to be one of Martin Galway's best pieces of music. I don't agree. I'm not a fan of this piece at all. I think it has a dreadful start, and because the start is so awful, it has to do a hell of a lot to make up for it, and it doesn't. So the thing that, well, I say most people consider to be this game's redeeming feature falls flat for me. Now also bearing in mind that Martin Galway is one of the premier music composers for the Commodore 64, it makes the in-game music almost criminal, and it makes the jingle at the start of each level absolutely criminal. You'll hear that when I get the game started. I'm going to finish all this blurb first though, because the game doesn't last very long when you start playing, so I want to get all the description and shit out of the way. So this came out for Commodore 64 in 1986 from Imagine. It says it was licensed from Konami, but it was only the actual name Yie Ar Kung-Fu that was licensed from them. Because this came out at a time when Ocean and Imagine in particular were going through this annoying phase of releasing sequels to arcade conversions, even though the arcade game didn't have a sequel. So this game never appeared in the arcades, even though the first Yie Ar Kung-Fu game did. I mean, they did it with Renegade. In fact, they did it twice with Renegade. I guess the most well-known example of an arcade game getting a sequel, even though the arcade original didn't have one, was Space Harrier 2. Another one that really sticks in my head and also sticks in my throat is Bomb Jack 2. Well, I did a review of Bomb Jack not that long ago. Again, I absolutely slated it, but I mean, compared to Bomb Jack 2, it was a masterpiece of software engineering, which is, well, what this does to the first Yie Ar Kung-Fu game. Anyway, let's get a fucking game underway. Now, I'll let you know now, when I start it, you will hear a piece of music which, as I say, is by Martin Galway, the one of the premier Commodore 64 music composers, and yet he managed to compose a jingle that is barely in tune. Here we go. What the fuck was that? So anyway, we have this starting sequence, which is this small flip screen part where you are trying to get past these flying things which are never explained anywhere in the instructions what they are. Now what I'm actually trying to do is jump past them, which is a lot easier said than done, not least because the instructions suggest that there isn't an actual move that lets you jump up and across. So anyway, here we go then, trying to beat this fucking cunt who, you know, you are such a kung fu master that his hair actually scores as a hit and can kill you. I'll also point out I have never been able to beat this gun in this game unless I'm using trainers. You can see quite clearly that is certainly the case, and that's why it's already game over. Now, and then you get this, right, the entering your name. I made it very clear that I detest the arcade style of entering your name. But with this, not only do you have to do it, and have to enter in every fucking character, there's no way of clicking on an end or something to, you know, stop it. You've got to fill in all of the spaces. So it is ridiculously slow. In fact, half the time, if you are actually putting your name in, it takes you longer to do that than it takes you to actually play the fucking game. So anyway, here we go with more of this fucking arduous torture. So again, trying to fucking jump up at an angle. That's all I'm trying to do. Oh, at last it let me. And then you... Oh, for fuck's sake. So here we go again. You've got to get the three movements in at exactly the same time. So here we go now, trying to beat this cunt whose hair is lethal to you and can knock you out. Now that flashing thing you saw there will actually give you temporary invincibility, and you have to be able to pick that up, otherwise you are not going to be able to get past the level. You also saw another fucking unbearably frustrating thing about this game, which is that your opponent can head to the end of a screen and then walk to the other side again. It wraps round for them. But you can't do that. You bounce off, if I can actually get it to, there you go, and then you bounce off the screen and back towards him again. Right, so okay, so I thought I had that temporary invincibility thing, but it disappeared just as I picked it up. So there we go, again, game over. Like I say, oh, fuck off. So I have never been able to beat that first player, or that first opponent, without using cheats. And even the long play video of this game on YouTube is being done by a player who is using trainers. You only have to look at it once and you can straight away see that that's what they are doing. They're fucking keep trying to get that jump right and it just will not do it. It's just so unbearably frustrating. But of course the other thing is, why is that section even in the game? I mean, what does it add to it? Fuck all. Except a way for your energy to go down further. I wanted to go and get that extra, or that invincibility thing, but it stays on screen for all of like 2 seconds, so there was no way I was going to actually do it. So you again, it was right next to me but disappears because I might have actually been able to pick it up. So here we go again. Like the first Yie Ar Kung-Fu, there's only like about 3 or 4 moves that will actually connect, so you've got to spend your time using the same moves again and again and again, and even then you know, you got no fucking chance. So in this contemptible game, I've played it 3 times in the space of what, 10 minutes tops. Oh, you fuck off, you fucking piece of cunt. So you see what I mean about every aspect of this game was designed to be extremely annoying and just out and out hateful. So I scored this game 0, and I would only recommend it to people who are serious masochists, and even then I would say watch out. So there you go, Yie Ar Kung-Fu 2, an absolute stinking heap of shit. So that brings this review to an end, and we'll see you at the next one.